It says what men have built in ministry upon. But you know, I'm repeating it again. God is sending us how to besiege in love. Hallelujah. Hey, God is will besiege in love. He said, even I bear your offense and injuries with kindness. And I am relentless about it. I'm relentless about it. I'm relentless about it. I won't be tired. Keep injuring me. Keep giving me the injury. Keep offending me. I won't be tired. Only God can actually be this. Exactly. So if people are saying that you are not God, then tell them that means you have finished me. Absolutely. Because only God can actually show love. So if you are saying I am not Christ, you are banished me eternally, because only Christ can actually manifest his life. Hallelujah. Amen. But people are saying that we are not Christ. We are not Christ. To say that you are Christ is wrong. No mortal can do this. No. So if I say I am not immortal, then you have finished me. This is the realm of immortal. What we are reading here. It's only the immortal. Only God can do God. Only God can do God. Only God can walk God. Only God can live God.
It's not in our saying I'm immortal.
Yes, sir.
We would actually.
Yes, sir.
It is in our doing this.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Because by that act, we are actually speaking.
Hallelujah. Who we are. Who we are.
By this shall all men know that.
By this shall all men know that you are my disciple. That you are as I am. That you are as I am.
So if men are saying you are not God, you go and sit down. It can be feedback for us to learn that they have judged us that we are not demonstrating.
Yeah.
How can you be God? I offended you. You did times 2.
You did times 2 back.
I gave you fire. And they know, they will tell you that I'm not a Christian. Maybe you call yourself a Christian. They will say you are a pastor, and they will do you.
You know, and this is the heart of John's message in his epistle. Yes, sir. He said, he that is righteous, doeth righteous. He that doeth righteousness is righteous.
Yes. It is in the doing. Yes.
Sir, even some believers do it. And when it happens, they'll tell you, you know, I'm still weak, or I'm a baby in Christ. I'm human. I'm human.
That's the word. I'm human.
And yet, maybe you are the one that needs to show them the God. They don't realize they are yet.
Amen. Okay, sir. We're in verse 4. Verse 4. Okay.
It's pinching and punching.
That's the quarry side.
I'm telling you, exactly. That's a quarry.
Love is completely content and strive for nothing. Love has no desire to make others feel inferior and has no need to sing own praises.
He has no
need
to sing
its own praises. Let me repeat it. Love is completely content and strive for nothing. Love has no desire to make others feel inferior and has no need to sing its own praises. Sing. Yes,
okay, his own praise.
His own praises. And verse 5. Love is predictable.
It's predictable.
And does not behave out of character. Love is not ambiguous. Love is not spiteful and gets no mileage out of others' mistake.
Wow.
So,
It gets no mileage
out of others' mistakes. Now verse 6.
It doesn't now begin to gain fame from the mistakes.
To be energized.
Exactly.
Verse 6. Love sees no joy in injustice.
Wow.
Love delights is in everything that truth celebrates.
Wow.
Verse 7. Love is a fortress where everyone feels protected.
Wow. It's a
rather
fortress
than exposed.
where everyone feels protected
Rather than exposed.
rather than exposed. Rather than exposed. It's a coverage. It's a fortress. Covers. Exactly. It covers multitude of sins.
Love persuasion is persistent.
Kai.
Love believes.
Kai.
Love never lose hope and always remain constant in contradiction.
Kai.
Verse 8. Love never lose its altitude. That is, means to lose height or stops swine. Prophecy will cease. Just like when a placenta is discarded after the baby is born.
After the baby is born, prophecy ceases.
Tongue will pause
Kai.
in order for that which was spoken in shadows language to be fully interpreted. The quest for knowledge will be inappropriate when perfection is grasped.
Kai.
Yeah.
Descend down.
Hallelujah. That's verse
8.
8.
Let me jump to the last verse,
Okay, which is
13.
13.
Now, persuasion and every pleasurable expectation is complete in agape. Here in agape, my soul remember who I am. Faith, hope, and love are in seamless union. Agape is superlative of everything faith and hope always knew to be truth about me. Love defines my eternal moment. Where the love defines my eternal moment.
Hallelujah. Love defines my eternal moment. It's a moment?
Yes, sir.
My eternal moment. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. I feel like we should just reflect.
Yes, sir.
He said, remember who I am. Alele settle
Ella brada dusha.
offenses and injuries with kindness. Isn't what the world suffers? This is the bulwark of our civilization. This is a premise on which the heavenly Don't let us miss this out. Don't let us miss this out. God wants us to see this. So when John the Beloved said, "For God is love," this is all that is in his mind. And John the Beloved was lying on side by side with God because he was saying God is love. So we should also walk the love because we are love. This is how we are God's mate. This is how we are saved with Him. And upon this, said love gives context to faith. And Paul went further, even went ahead in Galatians chapter 5 verse 6, is it 6:5 or 5:6, when he said, "And faith which worketh by love." So even in our demonstration of faith, in our demonstration of the Spirit via faith, it must be premised on love. Not on wanting to be puffed up. Not on wanting to boast. Not on wanting to show ourselves to be above another.
Quicken us. The quickening of the Lord, even in our mortal body, is embracing the love of the Father.
Yes.
We're embracing the love. We knowing that God has lavished His love upon us and reckoning it even in our body, in our souls, in our spirit, is we receiving the totality of the gospel of Christ. And the way the just will still live is by faith. And the way faith will be expressed is by love. And Paul says in his writing to the Romans, he said, whatever is not of faith is sin. Whatever is not of faith, whatever is not captured in this reality. And faith cometh by hearing, by hearing, by hearing, by hearing. And it is by hearing of the word of the Lord. Whatever the Lord has not said about us, if we embrace it, is rejecting His love and rejecting the message of Christ and rejecting the doctrine of Christ and rejecting the gospel of Christ and rejecting and renouncing the death of Christ.
That's right.
And the resurrection and the glorification of Christ. But we embracing it. Is embracing it. We yielding our member is what will bring forth fruit. And the fruit is said, by the fruit you shall know them. By the fruit. And it's in this the word we know. The word we know that He loved us and He also loved Christ. He also loved Jesus Christ. What is going on is a worship. What is going on is a quickening again. What is going on is we experiencing life and life in abundance. And it's for us to express. They came to the disciples and said, show us Jesus. What they want. And lastly, what I captured at this moment is that what creation is waiting for is the manifestation of sons. And the manifestations of sons is love. The way God manifested himself back to humanity was love. The way this thing was battered, the way the work that started in Genesis chapter 1 in that garden, the way it was complete, and the way it was shouted on the cross, it is finished, was by love, by love. And how will you think you will also manifest this outside love? It's by love. It's by love. What creation is waiting for is love. Love, which is the bond of perfection. Which is the bond of perfection. And so the Lord is calling us to our first love. He said, do good to all men, especially to the household of faith. Especially to the household of faith. To the household. To the household. What Moses was asking for was his glory. And the response of God to him is, I will show you my goodness. I will have mercy upon whom I will have mercy upon. I will express my name. And every of these things is captured in love. The richness of the mercy of God is captured in love. The richness of grace is captured in love. The richness of the goodness of our Father is captured in love. And that is what we will share. And that is what we will deliver to creation. And that is the way we also, that is what creation will feel. Because when he died, there was an earthquake. That is, he expressed his love. And there was a shaking. What will cause the shaking and the realignment of creation back to his order, his original intent, into the eternal purpose of God, is as sons again to manifest love.
What we call the lack of love is not only in injuries or hurts from people. It's also when we've had a deterioration in any relationship around us. That is a distance. That is worse than before. That means it can be an indifference to someone that you were close to before. You are not fighting, but you are not together again. You are close by physically, but your hearts are not knit together again like before. It's a retrogression, not a progression. It's still captured in this. And I sense a need for a lot of us to map and review our relationships as a response to what Sergei shared yesterday of valuing relationships. We cannot be talking about adding new relationships when we have issues with previous ones that we have not resolved and we want to advance to cultivate new ones. And I sense a need for some of us or many of us to review our relationships and go and besiege them with love, even where they have hurt us, even where we have separated ourselves from them, in order not to be hurt, not to be injured, because they are our Jerusalem. Some of them might be friends, business partners, colleagues, other brethren that we fellowship with in the past, neighbors. These are our Jerusalem for this love war and love revolution to begin.
The love war.
It's working.
I'm in total agreement with that, Elaine.
I sense it. It's like the Lord is raising a plumb line in our midst here, And a plumb line. And you know what plumb line does? It used to measure alignments.
Yeah.
It's a kind of standards. And that's what I see the Lord doing in our midst. Apart from that, I'm seeing lens. God is asking that we see all our going out, our coming in from the lens of love. Everything we do now from the place of love. Now, when we were ministering to Brother Charles the other time, and we were actually myself and Willie were crying. We were crying because when I was asking myself, I said, God is literally validating this life. That was for me, was awesome.
Amen.
It was like a mene upon his life. And the Lord says he has been found faithful. That blew me up and it broke me. And I saw the reason why. As this ministration was going on, I saw the reason why God validated him. One of the things you said God has brought him into a formation that is good. You remember you said?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That formation is the three of us. And one of the things that was about 3 weeks ago. Was it 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago? We went for Ecclesia in the next state. And we came out. And we sat on the road. And we were there for almost 3 hours. What were we talking about? One of the things that strongly came up was the issue of love. And he made a statement. He asked me a question. And I said, hey, me, I don't think I'm not, I can't do that. I can't do that. He now made a statement that he can do it. So as this mission was going, and I saw the reason why the Lord validated him. It was love. I don't want to go into details of what he said, but let me say this. One of the common trend now, globally, is the issue of marriage. It's like the enemy is destroying homes.
Yeah.
And most of us here are not yet married. Most of you, or was it? So it's a privileged thing that you people are here. Now, the issue of love is not feeling. Let it perish in your head. Well, let me say this. It's not that you don't have a feeling. It's not that you don't have that passion, that burning, that butterfly thing inside of you. That attraction, that chemistry. Yes, that one will come. Then see, that thing will die. Almost, it can't last for a year. It won't. So you need to come to a point and sit down and ask yourself, when I say I love this guy, or I say I love this woman, what does that mean to me? So you need to sit yourself down and ask yourself that question. And how do you answer that question? You bring up this attribute, this character that you have within. Are you ready to bring it forth? Are you ready to bring forth this nature, this character inside of you? Because see, I'm telling you, a lot is going on there. The pressure is increasing on a daily basis. Christian homes are collapsing. I mean, in their thousands. And you begin to ask, are these people not Christians? Why will somebody just wake up one morning and say, I'm taking my bike, I'm going, I'm no. So this is not a beans, so this is not the beans. It's a very strong stuff. It's strong stuff. And it's not for babes. It's not for babes. Marriage is not for babes. It's not for babies. It's for strong, matured men. And how do you get that? It's by the building up of the Christ, which is the love inside of you.
Hallelujah.
That is it. So it's like, and as I was thinking, and I had a man of God saying one day, no matter what you did or that, you need to keep on forgiving. And as he was reading that thing, and okay, this is what the man of God was saying, this is the meaning. And it was like one of the things that me and Brother Charles were talking about. He painted a very terrible picture about okay, his wife, which I'm sorry to say, that doing some extremely terrible thing. And he was asking me, he said, Brother D, will you still say you want to continue? I said, me, forget that thing. I don't have that kind of strength. Please. He now made this. He said, yes, he said he will continue. Hi. So when the word of the Lord was going on here and was talking, and I said, okay, this is why God validated his life. And I saw it clearly. That's why God validated him. So it's like God is healing us individually in our relationships, healing our homes, healing our marriages, and doing great stuff. And that's awesome. Thank you. Bless God.
The first thing that I saw was a lamb, just like we were reading in the book of Revelation yesterday. So I saw the lamb, just like we were gathered around there. The lamb was there laying down its life. So that just showed like it wasn't forced. It was a thing that it was from within. It was not like, okay, when the declaration was made, it was forced. It was the love within that made him to lay down his life. Then another thing I also saw was, I just heard that the Father said we have touched his heart. Like by this discussion that we have touched his heart. That this is like the thing of his heart that we have touched. And another thing I also want to say is, even while we were talking, that we shouldn't take this love matter like mechanical. I think we're using the word mechanical. So we shouldn't want to start, because there was a time that what I used to do was, okay, I'll start reading love is kind, love is this other, and I want to start acting like, I don't know how to explain it. I want to start acting kindness. I want to start doing it. But it's saying it's a thing from within. The main thing is we allow the love itself to rest in our hearts. When the love rests in our heart, it will live out itself. Like it's not a thing that we now start saying, okay, say love is kind. Okay, I'll start being. No, it won't last. It's a thing that will rest in our heart, and we believe we all have the love. We all have the love of Christ, so we believe it is resting in our hearts already. So, and from it we start operating. So it's not a thing of want to do by our power or by our strength or mechanically. Then another thing is that tests will arise, as in greater folds, like than we've been seeing before. It will arise, and as they've told us that what those tests are calling forth is, we want to see the Christ. We want to see, and the truth is that the world at large, everything everybody's looking for in the world is actually love. And something also came to me, nobody resists love.
Exactly.
Nobody, no matter how
Nobody.
bad you
Love
are,
is
if you see
irresistible.
somebody that shows you love, you don't resist. Nobody resists love.
Nobody.
So, and he's saying that
Irresistible.
when the gospel is coming out from love, they know. When
Amen.
it's coming out from the heart of love, they know. They know. The word feels it that this is love. And when it's just coming out from, okay, we are doing it because they've told us to do it, they know also. So when the one that really eats is the one that comes out from the heart of love. Amen.
Wow.
That's love.
Wow.
Tuesday, which I shared with Sergate during the last session, early hours of this morning, was that I saw it was as if God was restructuring the program mapped out for the teaching series. I perceived that series as if I saw it rearranged, restructured, changed. And while the manifestations were on, I just had to just flow with it. And as much as he was saying we've not covered much and was getting ready to cover much yesterday, I saw it changed again. I was like, it's a pointer to the fact that God is in charge of this meeting and has brought people here for his own purpose, and nothing can stop it. So while he was talking last night, we were talking with him early this morning, I told him, I said, more will come. So just know that these are God's people. You didn't bring them here. He brought them here.
Amen.
And whatever reason he brought everyone here for, he's surely going to manifest it here. And I think this is exactly what has played out again today. As much as we want to follow what is written, God is still doing what he wants to do. And when this ministration came up, especially when Watchman read that and he did what God wanted and he connected immediately. The first thing was I was confused, I was shattered, in fact, it was as if my head was falling off, that God, like, is this real? And he said, this is how patient I have been to so many of you who are here. I have been patient, and I'm still patient, and always be patient. And that really told me that really, I had to just imagine myself in so many things. He has actually been giving me some pinch since yesterday. And this was just it again, coming out purely like this. So while I was busy with my own interaction with him, I just perceived an ambience. I saw a surgeon coming. It was like an entourage coming in. A surgeon, a major surgeon, and the nurses there were other ones with him. And the nurses they were uncountable. They came in with stretchers and this theater light, and they were laying people on the stretcher, operating on their hearts. Everywhere was lighted up with that light. That was why I couldn't control. I was just trying to shout, is it my imagination or was this real? And while I was fighting within myself that maybe it was just my imagination, Watchman came again and was talking about healing. And he was asking me, what other confirmation do you need? The surgeon was it was so simple. Hearts, it was majorly on the hearts that were being operated. And the first thing I asked was, the operation said, unforgiveness. That there are so many bitter hearts that are holding on to things that they are finding difficult to let go. it will be so easy because an operation has been done. And another thing again is, while that was going on, I heard again circumcision. I was like, but how am I coronating this together? I said, hearts are being circumcised to be able to receive this reality without argument. Because within, as much as there's this excitement of there are so many are still fighting it in their heart. But they don't just want to talk. It shouldn't look as if I'm the only odd person. But that it is not going to be difficult for anyone who is here to accept the reality anymore. Because what's religion, not because it is intentional, but because religion, doctrines have so piled the heart with so many garbages that it's difficult to ordinarily let go. So the surgeon came himself to circumcise that heart, to operate in it and pack it all out by himself, because only he can actually do it. So that's what I saw. Praise the Lord.
In order not to say much, I had the witness of most of the things that has been said. When she started talking, the first thing I heard that was that this is the love that is God, and this is the love that we are, and this love is the solution to the entire creation. Most of what has been said, I had to witness.
Amen.